Hi. So, if there's one thing you should know about me, it's that I am completely crazy. And I'm either one of the people where it's all or nothing, to where you're gonna get some kind of reaction out of me, or I'm just gonna be like, yeah, whatever. There's no in the middle me having common sense. The reason I say that, because about 6 months ago, actually no, it was probably a year ago. I should check the date, but about a year ago when I first got TikTok, I had questions about mental illnesses and depression and anxiety and stuff like that. So I have friends that go through that stuff and they talk about it from time to time. And there's my dad talking. But, that's totally cool to talk about and stuff like that. But I was just, curious. And I wanted to know how to help them. So this is when I was still posting like 3 or 4 TikToks a day. It was legit like 9 o'clock. I walked down the stairs into the basement, turned on the camera, and just started yelling at the phone for a good 5.5 minutes. It was insane. So I took those 2 parts off of TikTok, put them together, put this part at the beginning to explain what the heck I'm talking about. There's sort of like a cut in the middle because that was back when you could only do 3-minute videos on TikTok. So it's like this weird thing where I'm talking for 3 minutes, just ranting. And then it's like, it cut me off. Continuing with what I said, and then I go back to yelling for 2.5 minutes. It's great. So, you know how I rant. A couple days ago, I put out the rant that I did on Indiana after I tracked me. That was funny. This is just pure entertainment. You just want to see me lose my mind for 5 minutes. This is the video for you. So, honestly, I cringe when I was putting this together. So I don't know exactly what I said. I don't really know what I want to say, what I said in the video, but it's bad. It's bad. So I'm going to start talking, and that video is going to play. So this should be interesting. Okay, so before I start talking, I just want to say that I am not making it to be mean, calling anyone out, or being an asshole, basically. So if I come off as an asshole, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm genuinely asking questions because I am confused. So this whole thing about mental health and anxiety and depression, I know it's a touchy subject. So that's why I'm approaching this very carefully and selecting my words with what I say. So the questions I have is, I don't know where it comes from. Now, I've never dealt with anxiety or depression, but I know friends, mainly friends, who have it. And it just baffles me because I can tell when they're going through their anxiety or depression modes and they are upset, and I come with that. I don't make fun of them. I try to help them. But in my head, I'm genuinely thinking, how can you just can't be like, oh, just be happy. Go eat a Snickers. Because when I'm sad about something, I just go eat a Snickers. Or I just go look at a baseball clip or something like that. Because those are things that make me happy. And then I'm not so depressed or sad. And I feel better. But I feel like if I say that, they're like, oh, it's not that simple. But no one really explained it to me, where it comes from, or how long it lasts for, or why it's there, or what triggers it. I know it can be either a song, or they can look at a picture, or they can get this flash memory of something, and that just puts them in the mood to where they don't want to deal with anything and they start shutting down. Now, I again support my friends, but I feel like everything I say is just generic BS. That if I was, like, someone was saying it to me, I would not believe it. I'm like, oh, everything's okay. Don't worry. I'm here for you. Take a deep breath and calm down. Now, I don't know if that helps people. But if people were saying that to me, I would be like, that's total BS. That's not how this works. So, I just find it really interesting how, when I'm like, oh, someone's like, oh, I'm sad. I'm like, well, just be happy. Simple. They're like, it's not that simple. But then they don't explain it to me, so I'm still confused. So I want to help them, but I don't know how. That's the point. And again, I'm not like making fun of anyone who goes through mental health. 'Cause I know it's a serious thing that put people on suicide watch and all sorts of stuff like that. And I just, for like someone that doesn't deal with it, I just don't know the best way to approach it when someone else is going through, because I can't relate to it. And I always say that, okay, this is part 2, it cut me off. So back to what I was saying, because I can't relate to it. And I always say that depression and anxiety can suck it and they can kiss my ass, but I just genuinely don't understand. If I'm standing up for something that I fully don't understand, because no one ever explained it to me what gets them that way, or where it even comes from. Is it something you're born with? Is it something where you have to have a traumatic experience and then you have it? I don't know. So again, I'm not trying to sound like an asshole or anything, but I'm just genuinely asking questions that I genuinely don't know the answer to. So I'm not joking, because I usually make a lot of jokes. I'm not joking with this one, because I saw where my friend said she was listening to a song, it put her in the mood, and I'm like, why would you intentionally listen to a song that makes you upset? That baffles me. But maybe, like, in their head, they wanted to hear the song and be upset. I don't understand how it works. So yeah, that's why I asked. So to end this, once again, I am not trying to offend anyone or seem like a dick or anything like that. I am genuinely just concerned for my friends and their mindset and how they think, and like I want to know the best way to help them, because that's like what this boils down to. It's like me wanting to help my friend the best way possible without sounding like someone that doesn't know what they're talking about, or an idiot who just tells them to get over it and go cry to someone who cares, because I do care about my friends, and I genuinely want them to get better and deal with their depression and anxiety, and just talk to someone that actually knows what the flip they're talking about. So I just don't want to be ignorant in this topic, but I don't understand it. So that's the whole reason I'm making this, not to be a douche and make fun of anyone. I just want to make that abundantly clear. I'm not making fun of anyone, and I know that anxiety and depression is a very serious thing, along with other mental mindsets. I'm just bringing up those two because those are the two that I know the most about, and I know very little about those. But just that I just don't want to say anything wrong that just makes them more upset, and I want to just help my friend. That's just the whole point of making this, okay? Yeah.